Brandon, I want to thank you for coming to camp this weekend. My name's Thad Johnson, and I will be doing a little bit of a pitching analysis on your delivery here. A couple things that we're just going to address are the balance position, your direction to home plate, and really what you do at follow through. Um, and looking at your video, I want to just note that you do a very good job of controlling your delivery. And really, the one thing I really want to focus on is the beginning of your delivery here at the point in which you get to a balanced point. The top of the delivery, really, it's the most important part because it sets everything up. And if we take you into jump forward on me a little bit there. I'm gonna back you up to the top here, of the top of the balance point here, and really what we like to see with our guys is from a posture standpoint is to be over the rubber, over their back foot. As you can see, you're well to the left of that line. And really, what happens is if you get your weight forward too much, okay, and too early, it's going to cause you to drift, and it's going to cause your balance to go forward, and your body's going to have to work harder in order for you to control your whole entire delivery through the pitch and be efficient. So this will start with your setup, okay? And what I'd like to see with your setup is just shift your whole body, okay? Just shift it back a little bit. Just get a little bit more over your right leg to start with, okay? And if you can just get your weight back, what you're gonna find is as you lift, okay, as you lift up, you're gonna really feel a lot of pressure on your back leg. As you can see, you're never really getting back, okay? You try to coil your hips there at the end, all right, but you want to get your whole entire body back. And we'll take you to the setup again. I want to back you up here to the initial setup and just talk about your foot placement. It may help a little bit to get yourself back. As you can see, your front foot here, okay, is out in front of your to the left of your back foot. And what I'd like to see you just work on and try it. I'd like to see you get here, okay, and just really work on your feet being almost like a closed, if I were to say this is your batting stance right here and kind of compare it to hitting, I'd like to see you kind of close up your batting stance a little bit. I'd like to see you close up your initial setup before you start your delivery. It's going to allow you to kind of sit back on that back leg a little bit more, okay? One thing to consider. And then as far as working on that balance at the top, just go into your windup, go into your stretch, lift your leg, and try to hold your balance, for 5 to 10 seconds right at the top of your delivery. As you practice this, and the more times you can just come up and have somebody just say stop and try to stop and hold your position. Okay. I think what you'll find is, the more you do this, the more in control of your body you're going to be. And we're going to move on here, and we're going to start talking about the direction to home plate. And one of the reasons you actually do a good job, and I want you to know, because this is definitely something as you get older and your delivery may change a little bit. I want you to definitely keep in mind that this tilt that you have in your lower half, okay, is excellent. What that it does is it forces the weight to stay on this back leg. Okay, so your initial weight distribution early on being what it was at the balance point, okay, being forward because you found a way to shift your hips and to tilt your hips, you're able to, almost fix, okay, that initial problem. So this is definitely something you need to really pay attention to, because that's something that you need to keep in your delivery. And to note that your top half is level. Okay, your top half is not tilted with your lower half, and it's important to remember that in your pitching delivery, you got a lower half, you got an upper half, and then you have the baseball in your hand, and all three of those things will work independently of each other. They all work together, okay, but they also work independently. And this is a big issue with players as they move forward in their delivery if they're not separated, okay, which yours are separated. You do a real good job of, as you land with foot strike, okay, in this position, we want to make sure that our front foot is pointed towards home plate, our toe is pointed towards home plate, which you are, okay. Your hips are slightly open, okay, and you're doing a good job. Your hips are open, and for the most part, your top half is closed up. I mean, that looks real good right there. You're in a great position. So as we move on, and one of the best things to do too, Brandon, is you practice your delivery is really to do it. You can do it on a flat ground. You work on it's a T-line drill, and this is something that you can just a checkpoint for you is you got your tee, top of the tee, and then you have your directional line. And really, what you're working on is you're working on striding onto that line. The more times you can stride and throw a pitch, or just do a dry throw and land on that line, it's just an immediate feedback talking about telling you that you're staying in line with the pitch. Okay, another great drill to do that you should definitely work on, and it's just especially as you start to develop, your breaking ball and your changeup, and you start to work on your other pitches, so you don't lose, okay, your good delivery. Okay, is to take this position right here that you see on a screen and just drop yourself down to a knee. So you're going to take your back knee and you're just going to put it on the ground. All right? And this is really it's just a simple one knee drill. You're going to have your top half closed up. You're going to have your hips slightly open, and all you're doing is you're just rotating the top half, delivering pitches on a flat surface. You can back your target up or your partner up, into a 50 to 60 foot distance, and just work on all your pitches. Because what happens is as guys get older and they start getting stronger and they want to throw more pitches, they'll lose. A guy like you you'll lose your good delivery as you try to throw breaking balls and try to throw changeups, because you'll start compensating. If you just pitch, you'll start using more of your top half and you'll lean over, as opposed to just delivering the pitch with your hand. We move to the release point of the baseball, and you're in a good position here. You're in a flex position. Okay, toe to head. Your face is forward. Okay, you got a slight tilt with the head. Top of your head's kind of headed off towards those trees over there, and it's not a huge issue. It's just something you want to definitely consider, keeping your head in line, okay, and your shoulders in line. Your chest is getting out over that front knee, and you're getting over the front leg. Definitely something that you get out to that release point. And again, we talked about that balance at the balance position at the front of the delivery. Well, now at the end, you should still now, as you lift it up over your right leg and bounced up over your right leg, now you should be balanced over your left leg for your delivery. And we'll go ahead and just take a look as you make your way through the pitch. Okay, you do a great job of just rotating around that front leg. So, everything being said, I really believe that the one thing that you need to really consider working on is the top of that, just at the top of your delivery, okay, in the front, and just do a lot of work, a lot of balance drills. I have a lot of my guys. What they'll do is they'll close their eyes and just work on their delivery with eyes closed. And what this does for them is it keeps their mind on their whole entire delivery, and they're able to maintain balance a lot better. Once they finally open their eyes. But really good drill, I think that you can definitely benefit from would be to do a closed eye drill and close your eyes, try to come to a balanced position, and then go ahead and get started again and work your way towards home plate. Do that T-line drill and just see if you're stepping in line every time. The more you do delivery, the more it becomes a learned skill. The better off you'll be for it down the road. But Brandon, I want to thank you for coming to camp. Really was a pleasure looking at your video, and it looks like you got a chance to be pretty good.